Saturday Night Live may not be the cultural force it was, say, a couple of decades ago, but it has a long history of mocking presidential and VP candidates, which was on display again this past week.
My plan, Jim, is different. Rather than squander the surplus on a risky tax cut for the wealthy, I would put it in what I call a lockbox.
I can see Russia from my house.
Tonight I want to address that pesky media who's really crawling up and under that skin of mine. Camera 2, zoom in. I have survived everything that's been thrown at me.
When I say women, you say suck. Women! Women!
So is all this just for laughs, or can it be damaging? Joining us now from New York is Marisa Guthrie of The Hollywood Reporter. So does this SNL mockery of Trump, portraying him as kind of mean to women, does it have any political impact?
I don't think it has any political impact. I think that Trump's base is not going to be swayed by Saturday Night Live. They're probably not even watching Saturday Night Live, but it does reflect the broader narrative that has taken hold about Trump in the last couple weeks.
Well, so a lot of people say the show is not as relevant as it used to be, even when, say, Tina Fey was doing Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
But Trump thought the program was important enough to co-host. And I'm not saying, you know, is it going to change votes because they made fun of Donald Trump, but comedy shows can have a way of perpetuating sort of a cultural narrative.
That's absolutely right. And I think that, you know, he was obviously, Saturday Night Live having him co-host, kind of getting in bed with him at that point. They were a little light on him for many months after that, and even some of the cast members there said as much, that, you know, they sort of, certainly on that show that he hosted, they had to pull their punches a little bit, and now, obviously, you know, that was in November, the gloves are off, and you've seen him, you know, put his foot in his mouth over the last couple weeks, and they have pounced. But they've
so you're saying,
you know,
SNL follows the polls, and if Trump dips a little bit, then they can be a little more vicious.
Well, yeah, but also they've given him, Trump has given Saturday Night Live, and all the other comedians, by the way, lots of ammunition with the David Duke KKK thing, with the, you know, his missteps on abortion, and so, you know, they have, while they always had a lot to work with Trump, now they have a lot more.
And speaking of other comedians, you're right, he is fodder on the late night circuit. Here's Stephen Colbert on CBS's Late Show with sort of an interview with Donald Trump.
How do you respond to Anderson Cooper comparing you to a 5-year-old?
Anderson Cooper's a dum-dum. He's a stupid head, a total poopy pants. It's sad.
Okay, right now, I got to say, you are sounding a little immature.
I know you are, but what am I?
So the cartoon Donald Trump. Now, look, last night on SNL, Kate McKinnon did her Hillary Clinton, but I thought that was more gentle humor, where now it seems to me that some of these comedy shows are kind of being a little bit more hostile to Trump. Am I wrong?
I think they are being more hostile to Trump, and I think that, but maybe they've been being hostile to Hillary all along, so it doesn't seem like they're being suddenly hostile. With Trump, you know, Saturday Night Live was certainly a little nicer. I think also, you know, the comedians appreciated Trump. But I mean, look at, you know, John Oliver's takedown of Trump from a few months ago. I mean, that was certainly not, you know, that was certainly extremely on the nose. And they also know, I think, that Trump will, you know, a lot of stuff gets under his skin, and he's going to react to this stuff, and that's going to perpetuate their comedy.
Well,
and they need that now.
The one good thing here is Darrell Hammond is back doing impersonations, because I think he's terrific. Marisa Guthrie, great to see you. Thanks very much for stopping by.